Now the question, what is man? Who am I? Though it is a pressing question in our day, is really not a new question. Sometimes we think that it's because we've become so sophisticated in our understanding of the expanse of the universe that man seems to be appearing more and more and more minuscule, and therefore more and more and more insignificant. But we're not the first generation to be overwhelmed by the immensity of the universe. David, for example, in the Old Testament, when he wrote the Psalms, I think of Psalm 8, and where he begins with the praise of God by saying, "O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth." What starts with the praise of the glory of God moves rather quickly to a consideration of the identity of man, where David says, "When I consider your heavens, the work of your hands, the moon and the stars, and all that thou hast ordained, I ask, what is man that thou art mindful of him?" In all of this expanse and immensity of the universe, where does man fit in? Of what significance is he? Is he, again, a cosmic mistake, a grown-up germ, one who fortuitously and chaotically emerges from the slime? Or does he have an origin of dignity? Now, we're concerned not simply with an exposition of the book of Genesis, but we want to know what Genesis has to say to the modern predicament in which we find ourselves. In other contexts, I've been exercised over what I see to be a radical and tragic inconsistency with the doctrines and philosophy of humanism. Humanism which exalts man, which speaks of the greatness and the grandeur of the human species, and has as its most important priority on the humanist agenda the dignity of man. And I ask this question, and it's a troublesome question, I know. How can a creature have dignity if his origin is in chaos? If he comes originally from insignificance and he moves inexorably to more insignificance, how can he possibly have dignity in between? And yet that's precisely what humanism offers us. They tell us that man is this exalted creature of dignity who has emerged from nothing and who is destined for nothing, and yet in between, some magical, mysterious way, he is the supreme creature of dignity. But friends, I honestly believe that that kind of philosophy of man is based on preference, on emotion. We like to believe that we have significance and dignity because we're human beings. But sooner or later, we have to face these considerations, as existentialist philosophers did, and they made fun of the naivete of humanism, who wanted to have its cake and eat it too.